welcome back to another episode of the Y3K Pod. It's your boy Yao.
K.
What, Hoodie K today?
Yeah, tracksuit K actually.
Today we're gonna keep it short. We're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna start off with what's going on with Man City. You guys lost this weekend, and then on Monday,
bro. Right after I said I don't think we're gonna lose another game, they come out and play the worst football I've seen from like any team this season, and it was disgusting to watch. I literally threw my phone across. Yeah, and I was sick too. Like,
you do that a lot though.
No, I don't get mad when my teams play. No, not really.
Bro, you broke a TV. Remember?
That wasn't over. What's it called?
But that was over what? Video game?
Yeah, that was over FIFA. That wasn't over like a soccer thing. And that was a long time ago. Like, I don't get mad when my team plays, but bro, that performance against Tottenham was so bad. And I think it's just like.
Oh yeah, guys! Before I forget, let me get that in there. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Comments are mostly important to me because I want to know how you guys are feeling and how you guys think. Anything that we can improve on, anything we can do, just let us know. Yeah, go ahead. My bad. I have to get that in there. I'll be forgetting.
The thing that just makes me so angry is that like they have no fight, bro. It's disgusting.
And, well, I mean, a lot of players want to leave,
bro. And
also, I think the thing with we're gonna get into it. The Man City charges. I think that's what's gonna play a factor.
I'm just. At this point, it's like, you know when you're playing Football Manager in FIFA and like players keep saying they want to leave, they want to leave, they want to leave.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's my fault.
Hey, yo.
Players keep saying they want to leave, they want to leave, they want to leave, they want to leave. Like, me personally, like, as a manager, I get tired of that and I just sell all the players for like dirt cheap or whatever I can because it just gets annoying.
So like, I'm sell City players right now?
Bro, I'd sell everybody on that freaking team apart from Akanji, Ake, Rico Lewis, and that's really about it.
You would sell KDB and Haaland?
Yo, I'd sell them and Haaland too. Haaland and Foden. I wouldn't sell those two.
But you would sell
and
KDB?
Grealish.
Ew.
And Mahrez.
Ew.
I'd sell KDB. I wouldn't sell Gundogan either. But I'd sell KDB. I'd sell Rodri. Rodri's been playing so poor the past. Yeah. Every game against Tottenham.
That's the worst game I've ever seen Rodri
play.
Bro,
every single game against Tottenham, he plays as if he forgot how to play football. The first game, like 2 weeks ago, he gave them a goal. And then last week again, Rico Lewis, he gets the ball. This is the thing when I was watching City that pissed me off so much. There's a player wide open in space, available for you to pass the ball. And they're just standing there watching. Like, the player with the ball doesn't want to pass the ball to the guy that's wide open. And I'm sitting there going, he's open. Pass him the ball. And Rodri did the same thing. It's like when you're playing, pick up, like futsal or whatever, 5-on-5, small poles, and the player you're playing with doesn't know how to play, so you don't want to pass you the ball. But Rico Lewis was wide open bro, I counted. He was wide open for 5 seconds. For 5 seconds. And Rodri just stood there and watched him.
I mean, I think you also have to, when you watch it, maybe he was looking for somebody else. Maybe he thought if he plays the ball to Rico, he's going to lose it. See, sometimes that's what you have to realize. So
then why would you then play the ball to Rico?
Because after...
You didn't let me finish, too. Because what pissed me off the most about the pass to Rico Lewis was, Højbjerg was coming in, right? And the angle that Højbjerg was coming in, he was coming in on Rico Lewis's left foot. Rico Lewis isn't even a left-footed, so if you're going to play him a pass, play it to him on his right foot. So he can at least get away and switch the field of play. He plays it on his left foot. Højbjerg comes in and steals the ball from him. Like, if you don't want to pass it to him because you think it's, the ball's going to get taken away, then why would you wait to then just pass it?
The only excuse I can give for that, right, is that, see, as a DM, he's looking at all angles. It's basically like, when we talk NFL, quarterback. What does a quarterback do? What does a quarterback do? He reads his options, right? Mm-hmm. And then comes back to whatever it was that he started with. You go from 1, 2, 3. Yeah. In the same way, the DM is looking at his options to see where he could place the ball. He saw Rico, but he thought maybe, somebody might be better. I can make maybe a progressive pass. And then when he comes back to Rico, he's like, shit, I messed up. So he passes the ball to Rico Lewis.
But you know what the problem with that is? Is the fact that Rodri's job isn't to make progressive passes.
It is to make progressive passes. He's a DM. He's supposed to push the ball up.
In his job, he literally has of all the City when it comes to passing, apart from the center backs And maybe Ederson, he has the easiest job. Get the ball. He basically, what he mainly does, because what he mainly does is what Casemiro did when he was at Real Madrid.
No.
Get the ball. No. He has more freedom and more range to show off his passing than Casemiro does, right? But in tight situations, right, get the ball, give it to somebody else who can move, who can dribble. That's why when Bernardo normally plays, with KDB, one of the midfielders like Bernardo, KDB, and Rodri, Bernardo plays in deep and gets the ball and receives the ball a lot of the time. Because Rodri's also one of his biggest problems, and I notice it every single time, he gets flat-footed so easily when he has the ball. And on that play that he plays to Rico Lewis, the reason why it happened like that is because he was flat-footed. On the goal against Tottenham, the goal that, I think when it came, took the ball from him, it happened because he was flat-footed. Like, don't get me wrong, on his day, and when he's playing normally, I still believe he's the best DM in the world, but I said it last week too, I said he needs a rest. Because it's not just like, I don't think he played poorly because he's not good, or he played poorly because it was just a bad day. I think he played poorly because he's tired.
All right.
But let's move on, bro.
No, the last thing I'll say on that is that, as I said, I understand with certain situations that you'll make mistakes. It's part of the game. But you know one thing that you should know is that ever since Tottenham moved into the new stadium, you haven't beaten them away. That's something that you should know. So you should realize that is like a bogey stadium to you guys. And beating Tottenham is not for everybody. But anyways, I digress.
You did beat them, though.
No, you didn't. Not at home.
Oh.
Not at their home. You've never beaten them at their home.
No. That to me, I think is just like eventually we're gonna beat them.
Yeah, eventually, but right now
I think.
So
no. This is the problem though. And another thing I want to talk about though was Pep's tactics, because I think what he's doing makes sense, but it won't work unless we have creativity from the other fullback. Because I also said, I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I think I said it to you. I said, since Cancelo is leaving, he's just going to play Rico Lewis at left back and have Rico Lewis do what Cancelo is doing, right? Because right now he's trying to find control and find that extra play in the midfield because Haaland's not dropping in deep, right? Mm-hmm. The problem with that whole situation is the opposing, like right back or left back, whoever's not inverting, has to get higher and wider to create space. Because the problem right now is it's too narrow and there's nobody out there creating space to
Yeah, but that's what comes in when you play somebody like Ake, right? You know what worked with Kyle Walker and Cancelo? Where would Cancelo be most of the time? If not in the midfield. Out wide, right? Adding to the attackers. That opens up the game. But Ake, right? Nathan Ake is not good enough to play at left back where Rico Lewis drops into the midfield and you expect Ake to go all the way up.
That's what I was saying. And even when Cancelo was there, even this year, it was a problem because Kyle Walker offensively, he just doesn't have it anymore, in my opinion.
Well, Kyle Walker is 30-something. He's going into that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is defensively and like his recovery pace and all of that wise, he still has it. But offensively, you can just tell he doesn't put in as many crosses, and the crosses he does put in most of the time aren't even like crazy good. And I think that's where KDB also helps the situation because he plays out wide a lot. He plays in between. Oh yeah, another thing. I don't know if you've noticed this.
No, hold on. With your KDB, go ahead. But I got something to say about
City's
KDB.
not creating overloads anymore.
They're not.
And that's one of the reasons why I was watching the game and I was like, bro, we need Foden back so badly, bro. Because Grealish is good, but I just don't think when Grealish is playing, it's not the same type of like connection between the players.
Well,
because watching the game for the past couple of weeks, I was literally in the bathroom watching the highlights, and I was like, "Yo, we're not creating any overloads whatsoever." And nobody's talking about the fact that we're not getting in runners from midfield. We're not creating the 2-on-1s. Sometimes it's even 3-on-1s with the fullbacks, and it's just like. It's too simple. It's too linear.
Right. So my last points on this is that one, KDB hasn't been playing as well as he normally does, which is one thing that I think is affecting you guys. When KDB's at his best, that's when Haaland is at his best. That's when everybody's at his best. When he's putting in crosses and stuff like that, I haven't really seen that from him. Two, when you play somebody who's normally a center back, don't get me wrong, Nathan Ake is good with the ball, passing, he can do all of that, but he's not a left back. So you are kind of constricting your team. And the last point is Man City has all these players, but I feel like you don't have the right places in the right spots. So that's where this summer comes in, where if you make the right signings in terms of like, I think it starts with your wingers. You get the right wingers in there, and you stop playing midfielders as wingers, you would definitely be a lot better.
To be completely honest with you, I think it all also relies on the fact that when also in at least what I see to be the most crucial positions in our team, it has always been center back. And our two best center backs have not played in 2023.
Yeah, that all plays
they,
a factor.
they haven't played together in 2023.
Stones and
Not Stones.
So what I'll say is, according to a lot of people, Stones is your best center back. Not to me personally.
Those people are idiots. Those people
are
stupid. If you think Stones are our best player, Stones is our third best center back.
Who's your best?
Our best center back is definitely Ruben Diaz.
And who?
Laporte is
no.
The problem. See,
Laporte is Dunzo, bro.
He's not Dunzo.
Laporte is Dunzo.
Because this is what I always say about Laporte, and I always like when he plays the games. Right, the reason why I think him and Ruben Diaz as a partnership, if they can stay healthy, will work. Is because when you see Laporte, I hate to say this about him because I don't know him personally, but like just from the way he plays the game, he's not a leader. He's not vocal. He doesn't talk a lot, right? But Ruben Diaz does all of the talking, and defensive ability wise. People forget, bro. Before Ruben Diaz got there, Laporte was.
Yeah, but he got.
He was probably the second best defender in the EPL.
Yeah, well.
When it was really Van Dijk, and don't get me wrong, when Van Dijk was at the peak, there was a gap, but Laporte was the second best defender in the EPL.
Since then, Laporte's gotten hurt, and he's not even fit right now. But
because that's his problem. His problem is that he stays injured, but when he plays, because like. This is my opinion, so maybe other City fans don't believe me. And I also do believe the City fans, I hate to say this, who are English, there's a lot of English bias
in the sport.
So, but defensive ability-wise, I think Laporte is our best, like, defensive ability-wise. But Ruben Diaz is our best defender just because, I don't know what it is he has, but he seems like he's able to just hold the back line together.
Yeah, because he's a leader.
Because he's vocal, right?
So we're going to move on because... We'll keep on talking. We're going to move on to Man City's charges. So, for those who haven't heard, this week, Man City were charged on Monday by the Prem, the whole Prem,
bro,
for allegedly breaking multiple financial rules over a 9-year period, bro. Between 2009 and 2018. Bro, almost 10 years. Apparently, you guys provided, false financial information. Hold on. You paid a manager off the books and allegedly Yaya Toure as well. You failed to comply with UEFA's financial fair play rules over a 5-year period. I'm just listening for you. This is what the Prem is saying.
Go ahead.
You failed to follow the Prem's rules on profit and stability between 2015 and 2018. And when the Prem came to you asking you for information, according to them, you failed to adequately assist them. Some of the punishments... hold on, before you go. Let me finish. Some of the punishments that you guys could face is suspension from playing league matches, points deductions, you could lose your trophies, fines, expulsions. So, based on all of that, what do you think of the charges that you guys are facing? Did you see it coming? Like, is this a shocker to you?
Bro, they're BS.
You think they're BS? They're BS. So, you're telling me over a 9-year period, Man City did no wrong?
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they're BS. Well, you said, the Prem said we failed to adequately support them in their investigation. So how do they find out all of this? If we didn't give you information, how are you going to find out the information?
No, they didn't say you didn't give them information. You failed to adequately assist them. Hold on, let me finish.
No. Right there.
Hold on, before you go. One, the way the first thing even happened is somebody hacked you guys and leaked your information. That's how it started.
Again.
Right?
If you commit a murder, and now I'm not saying we did anything wrong, but you know you committed the murder, the police came and they say, oh, we got you. Is it your job to help the police, or is it the police's job to help?
So you admit to committing murder?
No. Like I said, it's not an admission of guilt that we did anything wrong, but I'm saying, if I commit murder, right, and the police come and they handcuff me and they say they got me, is it my job to help them solve the case, or is it their job to solve the case?
No, but in this instance,
hold on. Whose job is it to solve the case? The police's job, right?
It's different.
Why is it different?
Who's Man City's boss? Who do they report to? The Prem, right?
Sure.
So if your boss comes to you asking you for information on something that you reported to them, it is your duty to report back to your boss. You understand that though, right?
And then here's the thing. Adequately. What do you mean adequately? If we get you...
Basically what you're saying is, and I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I'm not going to incriminate myself and help you.
But if we give you everything, we're like, this is what you wanted. Here. You want me to sort it out for you, look through it for you, and tell you where I did something wrong? That's your job. You wanted the information. We provided you the information. All I'm saying is that charge, the adequate charge, isn't going to stick. That's definitely not going to stick.
But what I'll tell you is, City's not beating all these charges.
Bro, I'll let you know what charges we're beating. The adequate is not going to stick. What other charges were there?
Who cares? You failed to follow the Prem's rules of profit and sustain.
That's not going to stick.
Why is it not going to stick?
That's not going to stick.
You cooked your books. It's literally going to stick.
That's not going to stick.
Stop saying it's not going to stick.
I'm going to tell you why it's not going to stick. I'm going to tell you why it's not going to stick. Right? Because I read somewhere that apparently one of our shirt sponsors was owned by our owner. Right? And when they looked into the finances of the team it was a cryptocurrency thing. This was one instance. And when they looked
go ahead.
When they looked into their finances, like it didn't look correctly. And it didn't look right or something like that. I'm like, in my opinion, who cares? Because is it our fault if our sponsors' books aren't good?
You see, you are
because you guys are sponsored by 3, right? Whatever it is, right?
Sponsored by 3.
So if the Prem looks into 3's books and 3's books aren't good, are they gonna come at you?
So wait, didn't you say your owner owns it?
It doesn't matter if our owner owns it. Go at the company. Don't come at us. But you get what I'm saying, right?
No. Who profited off that company?
What you mean?
Who profited off the company cooking your books? Was it not you?
No, but that's not.
Was it not you?
Okay,
yes or no?
Okay, but if you guys profit off of 3 cooking their books, should you guys be held profit?
Yes, because at the end of the day,
you don't control 3, do you?
No, but I took the money from 3. Knowing, and it's not just that you. Yes, you did. Yes, you did because you cooked the books for 9 years. Bro. That's what you need to understand.
And you mean to tell me, this is from what, 09 to 2018, right?
Yeah.
It's 2023, bro.
It takes time. And did it not? Also, hold on. I think a hacker, hacked you guys and put that information out in 2017 or 18, something like that. So at the end of the day,
and that's another thing.
Hold on. At the end of the day, the Prem has to investigate because you have to understand, Man City is an entity that brings a lot of money to the Prem. The Prem will not come out and say something. Will not come out and say something without proof. You get what I'm saying?
UEFA came out, we beat those.
You beat those because of a bylaw. We'll see.
We're going to beat these too.
Okay, so my question to you, right? If you are guilty of all these charges, what punishments should be imposed on you?
Nothing. A fine.
Take your City glasses off. Say it was Chelsea that did this. You would crucify us. You would put us on the cross like Jesus.
No. I'll be completely honest with you. A fine.
I know you, bro. You would put the nail in our coffin.
Listen, I would troll you, and I wouldn't let you hear the end of it. Don't get it twisted. I'll troll Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. What club did I forget? Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. I forgot a club. There's 6 clubs. Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. What club am I forgetting?
Liverpool.
Yeah, my fault. Why did you say that? Any of the club, those came up, I would.
Okay, hold on.
I would not let them hear it to the end of it, right? But at the same time,
put those glasses on. Put the troll glasses on. What punishment do you guys deserve?
I'm not trolling though. In all honestly, bro, the past is the past. What happened happened.
Okay.
You can't do. I'll say, find us 100 mil. Say we can't make transfers.
That's what you're hoping for, though.
Say we can't make transfers. Do something.
That is what you're saying you're hoping for.
No.
But realistically, hold on. Let me put it this way for you.
Expulsion from the Premier League is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Relax. Let me put it this way for you. Right? Say it was Arsenal that was doing this, right? And you're looking at it. You're the judge, right? You're the judge, jury, executioner. You're supposed to hand out a punishment to them.
And I'm impartial, right?
Yeah.
Impartial.
Say this is all true and you are guilty of it. That is what we're saying. Say it's all true.
Okay.
What would you do? Some of the punishments we're talking about, point deductions. Would you do that?
No.
Why not?
Because it happened in the past. Why should they get punished?
I agree with that. I was talking to somebody earlier tonight. I said point deductions is stupid because if Man City cheated, right? and you're deducting points from years ago, why should it affect what they're doing today? That was years ago. Somebody was talking about, oh, they should take your titles away. You think they should take your titles away?
No.
I think that is stupid as well, because at the end of the day, right, you cheated. Hold on.
That shit fair and square.
Yeah, you cheated on the financial aspect side of it, but you didn't cheat on the pitch.
We whooped you on the pitch.
But I understand where these other fans are coming from, where they're saying that you cheated, because look at it, right?
Bro.
You cooked your books, and Liverpool every year, literally, it comes down to the last day of the season. Because of your financial advantage, right? You have certain players that you're able to buy that helps you get over the hump over Liverpool. So I understand where Liverpool fans are coming from, though.
What you're saying is, our cooking of the books allowed us to sign
it's possible.
all those players.
Because, hold on. How is Man City, a small club like Man City, compared to Manchester United and Real Madrid, and you're making more money than them? How the hell you expect me to believe that? That is not you cooking the books.
Bro.
You barely sell out your stadiums. And you want me to expect you're not cooking the books.
Revenue is more than selling stadiums.
I understand, but I'm trying to tell you, how do you make more money than Real Madrid? Are you dumb? Bro, if you're cooking the books, at least cook it to a level where it makes sense. How do you make more money than Man U?
This is the thing that I feel like soccer fans just don't. Because you may be a bigger club doesn't mean you can make more money than just because you're a bigger club or you're.
Yes, it is. They have
That's not how it works, right? Because in the sense that what's a bigger brand, Louis Vuitton or Nike?
Louis Vuitton.
But I bet you Nike probably makes more money.
Well, Nike has more streams of
income, right?
You don't more than Man U or Real Madrid.
But what I'm saying is they have more
ways to make money. Yeah.
Man City has Man City. All the small little clubs.
It doesn't count towards Man City though.
Do you also realize?
That's a different entity.
Do you also realize that Man City, like every transfer window, nobody realizes this. There's like 50 players that leave Man City every single transfer window.
It doesn't matter. No matter how you can have the whole club leave. You're not making more money than Real Madrid. I'm sorry. Point blank. Period.
Sales. There's jersey
You're not.
sales.
Hold on.
Rights.
Are you selling more than Are you selling more shirts than Real Madrid?
Maybe not Madrid.
Man U. Those are the two biggest brands in the sport. Barcelona. But you're making more money than them when it comes to your revenue.
This is a simple Google search. Google it then. Google how we're doing it. You keep saying we're cooking books.
And you don't think you're cooking books. You don't think you're cooking books.
The Prem is investigating from 2009 to 2018, right? Why aren't they investigating 2021, 2022?
In time, I'm sure they will get there because
if you're saying we've been cooking books since the beginning, right? And they're only doing a section, okay? Last year we still made the most out of any club. Is that also cooking the books?
Hold on.
Because we escaped UEFA. What year? What year did we escape UEFA?
That was 19 or 20.
19 or 20, right?
But hold on.
And you think they escaped UEFA over technicality. That's what everybody says.
It was.
Technicality, right? Technicality. They're still cooking the books?
Hell yeah.
Well, then,
Hell yeah, Man City's still cooking the books. One thing that you guys are going to get in trouble for when it comes out is Haaland. Because one, I do not believe the price tag that supposedly you paid. I believe you paid Alfie, his dad. He took home at least 20 to 40 M's.
Okay.
His agent took home at least 20 to 40 M's. Okay. And I think you guys, the same way it says that you paid Yaya Toure off the books, I'm sure you paid Haaland off the books.
Okay.
You don't think so? So, again, we will end with this.
My whole problem is this whole, like, oh, Man City, small club, Man City, not a big club, Man City, small club, Man City, not a big club. But, like, you won 3 Premier Leagues. You've been to Champions League final. Been to Champions League semi-final. The only trophy we haven't won is the Champions League.
Super Cup, Club World Cup.
Okay, sure. You want to count those two, then count those. I don't really care. But it seems like every time... See, I said this. I was watching the Bulldogs the other day, and what did Riley say? He said, if no one's hating on you, then you're not doing something right.
Hold on.
I want to be envied. I want clubs to hate.
I don't envy you.
I want clubs to look up and be like, yo, the Prem needs to investigate them because they doing something wrong. Because we are not going to sit here and act like Ferguson years, they wasn't cheating for Man United.
They was.
We're not going to sit here and act like there wasn't some years they cheated for Chelsea. There wasn't some years they cheated for Arsenal. There wasn't some years they cheated for Liverpool.
Chelsea's been the most hated club. Before you guys came, you guys took that title. But we came back right now with the most hated club.
The only reason why they're even
you have City fans literally doing what's called petitions for FFP to investigate Chelsea, and it turned on you. That's the crazy part.
Bro, I don't like I said, my club is innocent until we can be proven guilty. Alright? And I'm gonna stand by my club. If we get relegated to League 2, I'ma still be a Man City fan. I don't care.
So,
it doesn't matter to me whether we're in Prem right now, whether we're in Championship, whether we're in League 2, League 1, Veterama, Sunday League. I don't care.
okay, so last question, right? Those financial cheating, you don't think it helped you on the pitch?
No.
It does, though. Theoretically. You bought Rodgers for 60 M's. You bought Ruben Diaz for, I think, around 60, right?
Yeah.
You buying all these players. You don't think that...
around 60 M's, the same...
You don't think that financial advantage that you're so-called getting, if what the premise is saying is true, doesn't determine that you should get point deductions?
Don't you get money?
Because those players are the reason why you're winning trophies. Yes or no?
Don't you get money when you win leagues?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so you won the league. You won the league
but
4 out of the last 5 years.
Okay,
right?
hold on. So let me use Arsenal as an example. 03-04, Arsenal won the league, right? They were invincible. Da-da-da-da-da. But then they went on to build a stadium. And according to Arsenal fans, that's the reason why they struggled, right? So based on that, what I'm trying to tell you is that winning the league that revenue is not enough for you to go buy all those players that Man City buys.
Again, I'm just giving you a source of revenue, a form of revenue.
Every club gets that, though.
But
staying in the Prem, you get like 100 M's.
Winning the Prem, I'm assuming you get a little extra.
Yeah, you get a little extra. Yeah.
You won the Prem.
Let's say 20 M's extra. Yeah, right. You get it.
So I get 120 M's. Let's say Liverpool
Everybody gets 100. Whatever.
Everybody gets 100 altogether.
Let's just say like that, just to go
on. I don't feel like that's fair, though. If I won the Prem, why am I getting 120? Liverpool's getting 100. I feel actually...
It's just a statement. I don't know exactly how much they will give you for winning the Prem. Maybe it's 50. Maybe it's more.
I feel like if I win the Prem,
and I'm sure Champions League spots gets you more.
Yeah, no. So again, I'm in the Champions League spot and I'm on the Prem. That's double.
Hold on. Liverpool's in the Champions League spot, right? Mm-hmm. Liverpool won the Champions League, right? Okay. They won the league title in that's time span, right? Uh-huh. But you still spend way more than them. I was looking at it today. Liverpool's expenditure, revenue, all added together, right? Mm-hmm. And with the transfers and everything, their net is $278 million. They're on the positive. Okay. You rather on a negative, or negative 500. Okay. You see the difference between you and them?
Okay. Well,
so you don't think
us and Man United?
Obviously, that's Man United.
The difference between us and Chelsea.
Chelsea's own before this year, we were right there with Liverpool. We were at 100, but because of our spending, yes,
yeah, you did have a transfer window. You were at 100.
We don't spend like
that. Who did you sell?
Morata we sold. Bro, like you're sleeping about Chelsea and everything that we do.
It's just Morata. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. No. I'm just saying. I don't want to hear Morata.
Zappacosta we sold for profit. Actually, Zappacosta. You remember him?
Yeah, you guys sold
Bro, we sold players. Think about that. We sold Zuma. We sold Marguehi. Yeah. We sold Tamori. We sold players.
You sold a lot of good players you shouldn't have sold.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we make our revenue.
But anywho, sure.
So my question to you is that you don't think that somebody at negative 500, somebody at 200, there's not a difference? That it doesn't make a difference? You're able to pay players...
Us at negative 500 with Man United and us at negative 500.
We're not talking about that. Man U was not there with you. It was Liverpool that was there with you those years, right?
Again, you're saying our financial is giving us an advantage, but how is it not giving Man United the same advantage? Because if they've spent the same amount of money as us, right?
Because that Manchester United is in a different space than you.
Wait, but if they spend the same amount of money as us, that should mean
no, it shouldn't.
That they should be doing exactly what we're doing.
They haven't spent the same amount as you. The difference between you and Man U is that your owner does not take dividends from you like Manchester United's owners do. You do realize that also factors into that, right? So it's different circumstances that you have to understand.
Our owners isn't taking money from the club.
But hold on, I'm not comparing you. I'm not comparing you. We're comparing you to Liverpool, right? Because those were teams that were close to
Again, you're comparing us to Liverpool because it helps your case.
No, it doesn't.
Because Liverpool finished second, you're trying to say that the reason why...
that's the team that won the Prem. Yes or no?
Wait. The reason why we finished ahead of them is because we cooked our books, right? That's
not what I'm saying. What you need to listen is, when you won against Liverpool, right? It was like, what, 1.2 points, right?
Sure.
So if you were to be found guilty and they take those point deductions away, you do realize that they get that, right? In those games that you had an advantage because Man City's always had a bigger squad, yes or no?
Sure.
What leads to you having a bigger squad? Is it not finances?
Sure.
You having a lot more money. So yes, that finance and the cooking, if it is true, played a factor in where you are. And I think you're the only Man City fan that denies that this has been happening. I've spoken to a lot of Man City fans who've told me that they know, and even I know, clubs cook the books. It's okay. But when you get caught, yes, you deserve to be punished. Simple and short. Yes or no?
Sure.
You don't think you deserve to be punished?
I didn't say we don't deserve to be punished.
So if you are caught, do you deserve to be punished?
I already said yes earlier in the video.
Okay.
You asked me what should the punishment be, and I was telling you the punishments.
You literally said nothing.
I literally said a fine.
So you cooked the books for 9 years. It helped you win prems, and you think a fine is all you should get?
But again, this is what you're failing to understand. We cooked the books. That allowed us to get more players. That allowed us to spend more money, right? But there are other clubs that spend the same amount of money as us, but didn't produce the same amount of results. So obviously, it's not the money that produced the results.
Is the money not part of it?
It's part of it, but it's not the main reason.
It is the main reason between you and your competitor. Yes, it is.
You're saying Liverpool's our only competitor, but there's a big 6 in the Premier. They're not. So that means there are 6 teams.
Where's Man United? Hold on. Where's Man United playing right now this season? Are they playing in Champions League?
In Europa League.
Exactly. That is not your is that your competition?
Bro, just because their players don't perform on their pitch does not mean they're not competition. If you spent $100 million, no, they spent $90 million on Harry freaking Maguire, right? Did I tell them to go use that $90 million?
Oh my
the
God.
same $90 million they spent on Harry Maguire, we used and added $10 more million to go get Jack Grealish. Did you guys tell us to come go get Jack Grealish for $100 million? No. Did we tell you to go get Ento for 120? No. Did I tell Liverpool to go get Darwin freaking Nunez, who can't score if the goal was 2 feet in front of him, for 100 M's? No, I didn't. They chose to do that with their money, right?
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if we spent 500 M's and you spent 500 M's,
what you have to understand in all is that if you don't get that cooking of the books, right? Maybe you don't get that extra 100 to spend. You get that? Maybe you don't get a Jack Grealish because you might not have the money for it. Maybe you don't get a Ruben Diaz. Maybe you don't even get an Akanji this season to help you.
I swear. Take away all of Jack Grealish goals and assists from the past 2 seasons, and we still win the Prem.
Yeah, but he's still there playing for you this season, playing an important part. Is he not?
Take away his goals and his assists
Okay,
this
what about
season.
Akanji?
What about Akanji?
If you don't have that extra financial backing, are you able to buy Akanji? No, you're not.
After buying Howland, maybe not. We won the Prem last year, so who knows?
So hold on. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
How much money we would have had? This is what I don't understand, though. We spent 500. We said we're at a negative 700.
No, 5.
Negative 500.
Fine.
Negative 500, right? And Man United is around us negative 500, right? Take away. You said the Glazers take dividends, right? How much did the Glazers take away? Let's say the Glazers take away 50 M's, right? Or 100 M's. That means we are at negative 500, and Man United are at negative 400, right? If that's the case, right? How come we finished first and they finished third? Because it's obviously not the financial backing. People keep saying financial backing, financial backing. I can use that in reverse. How is it that Klopp is finishing second when he had no financial backing over teams that have a huge financial backing? How can Klopp make it to the Champions League final over teams like PSG who have a tremendous financial backing? Because obviously it's not money that plays the biggest part in it. You can put together whatever group of players you want, and if they don't work and they don't listen and don't work well together, it will never work. The biggest example of this in sports is literally basketball. Literally basketball. Look at the Warriors, right? When they had KD, Clay, Curry, Draymond, all of them in their prime, right? They worked. Why? Because they meshed well together. Then KD went where? Brooklyn. Went to the Nets. Created his own super team with Kyrie, James Harden, and him. They didn't work, right? Why? Because you can put together whatever group of players you want. You can have all the money in the world. But if the players don't perform, it doesn't matter. Liverpool don't have the financial backing, but they were able to create a squad just as good as City's.
No, they weren't.
Starting 11, just as good as City's.
No, it wasn't. It's a poor man's City.
Bro,
listen,
bro,
the difference.
How is it when they were when they were good? Liverpool fans will tell me they had the best left back in the league. They had the best center back in the league.
Hold on.
They had the best goalkeeper in the league.
Hold on.
Best right back.
It all comes down to
best
this.
DM and best front three.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say in the sense that if you don't cook the books, you don't have that extra 100 mil to spend. You get that? That's what I need to get. You get that?
Yeah.
So if you don't have that extra 100 M to spend, maybe you might not get certain players that push you over the top. That is the difference between you and Liverpool,
That's
right?
not though.
Yeah, it is.
The difference isn't the money. The difference is the performance on the pitch.
Bro, you did not. Let's be honest. Last season, you did not perform better than Liverpool. You did not.
Then why did we win the league?
You know what? It's fine. We're going to move on
If we
because
perform better than them, why did we win the league?
it's fine.
You're saying it was luck.
Okay,
you're saying it was luck.
No, I'm not. You finished 1 point ahead of them. Yes or no?
And what was our gap going into the new year?
It was 10 points.
Exactly.
And you let them close it. Yes or no?
Yeah. But you're telling me a 10-point gap. That means you outperformed them by 10 points in the first half of the season.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean you outperform them. It doesn't. So in totality, last season, who had a better season? Let's be honest here. Who had a better season? Yes, you won the Prem. They won the FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Let's not even put the cups aside. They went to a Champions League final, right? Yes or no?
Uh-huh.
In totality, in the finals that they played in, and the positions that they finished, I think they had a better season than you. It was just unlucky on the last day. They couldn't get over that hump, which is Man City. That's why I say those finances.
We won on the last day.
Okay.
And the reason why we won wasn't because we had more money than Liverpool. The reason why we won against, who did we play? Aston Villa. That might be why we won, because we had more money than Aston Villa. You know, that I can understand, because Aston Villa doesn't have the spending power that we do. They can have the spending power that we do, okay? But you're not going to sit here and tell me that 100 M's, because the same point you're making is the same point I'm making, but with Man United.
That's fine.
Because I don't get how you don't see it. There's no way you're telling me.
I see it, but I also, what you need to understand is that there's circumstances to Man United that leads them to being there. You're not a well-run club, so I'm not going to compare you to them. And I think it's simple.
How are we a well-run club? You're saying we cook the books. If we cook the books, we're obviously not a well-run club.
Fine case. It's simple. You're saying that you guys didn't do anything wrong, right?
Is it not innocent until proven guilty?
No, not in this case. It's not. Fine. You're saying you didn't break the rules or anything like that.
We're going to because it's us.
Okay, fine.
It's literally because it's us.
People are so scared of Man City. Huh?
It's literally because it's us.
It's fine. We're going to move on.
If it was any other club, it'd be, well, let's wait to see. Let's wait.
Because you were known to do this. You literally have FFP rules for cooking the books.
So if I cut hair once, does that mean I'm a barber?
Once a criminal, always a criminal.
No, if I cut hair once, does that make me a barber? If I cut your hair once, does that make me a barber?
If I commit a crime and I get away with it based on a technicality,
if I cut hair once, does that make me a barber?
No, it doesn't.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on. So if I commit a crime, right? If I commit murder and I get away with it based on a technicality, and then I am found in the same place of another murder, that's not you not look at it as fishy.
No.
Okay. That's fine.
You're supposed to be impartial in your judgment.
You're not being impartial if you're judging on City, and that's fine.
You know what you just described? You basically described racism. You basically described racism. Yes, you did.
No.
Because I'm black, right? And you saw a black person kill a white person, right? That means if you see another black person, you're going to think they ain't a killer, right?
No.
Yeah. No. If you saw me in the same place.
I saw you doing something, right, that you were known to do, but you got away with it on a technicality, and then somebody else comes and says over a 9-year period, the thing that somebody accused you of, but they weren't able to put their facts out there, right? Yes or no? But over a 9-year period, I have information saying that you did it. Am I not inclined to believe them?
No, that's not how justice works.
That is how it works. If you've done it once, you can do it twice. Yes or no?
This is why we can't be judges. This is why you can't be a judge.
You can't be a judge because you're not impartial when it comes to Man City.
I'm literally being impartial.
No,
it doesn't matter who it is.
Okay, so I'm saying
you cannot just assume the person is guilty.
Okay.
Because right now,
what happens if you're guilty?
Hold on. Right now, the burden of proof is on the Prem.
And you're going to prove you're guilty.
They have to prove that we did every single thing.
And you did every single thing.
I'm letting you know right now, that last charge you said, adequately provide information, is not going to stick.
But
that one's not going to stick. So obviously not going to prove everything. That one's not going to stick.
We're going to end off with this and move on to the Super League. Although you're saying the money didn't do anything, you still broke the rules. Yes or no?
Allegedly. That's what they came on and said, allegedly.
Okay, we're going to move on to Super League because you're not going to give an
Bro, they literally said allegedly for a reason because they haven't proven it yet. If they prove it, then I'd be like, shit, we did it.
So the Super League is back. Again, this is all stemming from the fact that you guys are cooking the books for money. So now the Super League, people are wanting it back. I had City fans saying, if we're going to be kicked out of the Prem, let's bring the Super League back. We want to play in there. Da-da-da-da-da-da, right? Bro, so the new Super League format would be 80 teams, open competition, right?
80 teams?
Yeah, that's what they're saying now. A guaranteed minimum of 14 matches per season. What else do I remember? The qualification, right? Sporting-based qualifications instead of the permanent that they do, right, with like the UEFA Champions League. I'm thinking that this Super League is going to replace the Champions League because we can't play 14 matches again, added already onto the schedule that people are struggling to make up. Would you like to see this new Super League take place, bro?
Bro, to be honest, I couldn't care less.
Do you want a Super League?
Because I don't think we're gonna get kicked out of the Prem. I don't think we're gonna get relegated. You know why I don't think anything's gonna happen from this apart from a fine? Because Man City brings in too much money for the Prem to just say leave.
Okay.
Because if they leave,
I don't want to go back to that point.
I'm getting back to the Super League. If they leave and the Super League, because the Super League, right when it first came, the Prem said the Super League teams that were in the Super League said they would still play the Prem. The only competition I think they said they wouldn't play was Champions League, right? Mm-hmm. They said they would still play the Prem. The only competition they would not play was Champions League because in the Champions League, all you get is the glory of winning the Champions League, but money-wise, you don't make any real money. The most money, the clubs that bring in the most money get like the low-key the least compared to the clubs that like Besiktas, not even Besiktas, they're a big club, but like you know what I'm saying? Like them little clubs that be in the Champions League that nobody really cares about. They're just in there for fun, you know?
Okay. So my thoughts.
And the thing is, I wasn't finished.
Go ahead.
What people have to start realizing now is, sports is a business, bro. It is a business. I don't care what anybody says.
So you want the Super League or not?
Like I said, I don't care. Because me-wise, my club's going to have money no matter the Super League or no Super League. My club's going to have money.
Okay.
The only club that I want the Super League for would be Barcelona because right now they're struggling to make it low or something. But I think eventually Barcelona will create itself Super League or no Super League.
So for me, right, I like the original Super League plan better where it was just like the big teams. You get what I'm saying? Bro, fuck it. I don't want to see Chelsea play Bastigas. Or like
and with 80 teams, that's more than Champions League, isn't it?
Now, yeah, hold on. I don't want to see Chelsea play AF Panathinaikos from Greece. I want to see Chelsea versus PSG every 2 weeks. I want to see Chelsea versus Madrid every 3 weeks. I want to see Chelsea versus Barcelona every 3 weeks. Give me that. I'm fine with that. But this 80-team format is crazy.
Get slaughtered.
Huh?
Slaughtered by who? Slaughtered. PSG, Madrid.
We went to the Bernabeu last year and did something you couldn't do. We went there and we beat Madrid. You couldn't do it.
Did you advance though?
We didn't. Based on
advance,
no, we did not.
All right then.
Did you advance?
We didn't advance.
Okay
then. Neither one of us advanced.
But we did. We had a better performance. Who had a better performance at the Bernabeu?
Neither one of us
Who had a better performance at the Bernabeu?
Neither one of us advanced.
Answer my question. Who had the better performance?
Neither one of us advanced.
I did not go to the Bernabeu.
Neither one of us advanced.
That's all I'ma say.
Neither one of us advanced. Neither one of us advanced. Like I don't get it. You didn't advance. I didn't advance. We both went home.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, you're
they beat us both.
But I did better than you did. That's all that matters. Like I said, I don't think UEFA competitions in the Super League are going to be able to coexist because there's too many games already being played this season. Mind you, there was a World Cup. We had to break all of that. It's a lot taxing on these Prem teams and these players to play all these games and then be able to,
Honestly, I really think it was just COVID.
Nah, but I don't.
Because the problem is they need to have. I hate to say it, but one season that starts later, less games, but ends at the same point to balance out the COVID type of like. So start the season instead of in August, start the season like September or October, right? Still have it end in May. Play a smaller amount of league games. I know it doesn't bring you the most amount of money, but
it's
like
not possible though. Because you have to play every team twice.
Bro.
So how am I going to play less league games?
Bro. Let's be honest. Let's be completely honest, okay? We don't need to play, what's it called, Burnley twice?
So hold on.
We don't need to play.
Where am I going to get my 6 points from? I need to play Burnley twice to get my 6 points.
You don't need to play. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, the only reason why you don't win Primes is because you get Burnley twice!
No, we don't need to play
Yes,
Burnley
you do!
Twice. The only games that really matter are the big games. Those are the games that decide whoever wins.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's the intimate teams that determine if you go to win. It doesn't matter.
Because when Liverpool and City were at the top, right? They were both beating the big teams.
Last season, when you played Liverpool, what happened? You drew, right?
Yeah.
This season, when you played Liverpool, what happened?
They won.
Okay. What games has Liverpool lost this season?
To this, I don't know, trash ass team.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Hold on. And what position is Liverpool in this year? They're in 10th. Last year, where were they? Second. You see the difference? It doesn't matter what they do against you. What matters is what they do against the bad teams. So I need those 2 games at Turf Moor. I need those 2 games at Crystal Palace. I need those 2 games at Arsenal.
Winning against the smaller teams will rack up your points, right? But the difference between that first and that second is literally when you played Man United, right? Did you win or did you lose? When you played, I'm saying that's what determines it. When you play, it may not be your head-to-head game, but it's gonna be against those other big 6 clubs. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I expect you to go to Burnley and get 6 points. I expect you to go to Leicester and get 6 points.
There and haven't gotten 6
yeah, but where have you gotten those 3 points from? What's it called? I remember when we beat Liverpool, I think 4-2, right at Anfield, right? That same year early, we had lost to I think Southampton or. Not Burnley. We never lose to Burnley. I don't think we've ever lost to Burnley.
Yeah, but see, I get that. And in terms of if you lose to that small club, then that big game becomes more important.
Yeah,
but you need those little points in order to get to the top.
I'm saying it gets you to the top, but the difference between winning it and finishing second is going to be against those big 6 clubs. But either way, my point still stands. They need to have a season where kind of needs to balance out the whole COVID thing, because COVID is what made COVID delaying the World Cup. Was it World Cup? No, not the World Cup. COVID delaying Euros and all those competitions. They either should have just like not done them that year.
Yeah, but you're talking people's monies. You're talking TV.
Again, this is what and another thing I don't get about football fans. When it comes to things like Euros, like, oh yeah, let's have it. But the reason why the big corporations are saying let's have it because they want to make money because it's a business. But either way. Things like that is what's making the schedule so congested. But again, UEFA and Super League can't coexist. Super League would be fun, but like I just think like
I said,
the original format would lose the originality of like games. But then again, like
this all adds up to the fact that yes, I would love to see Chelsea, like I said, play PSG, play Man City, play all the big clubs, right, in the different league. I think it would make it more entertaining for us. But at the end of the day, no matter what happens, the Prem comes first. And I don't want to get too much into this. If the Super League comes, I accept it. If it doesn't come, I don't really care.
After the Prem. Because
like, you guys are getting railroaded.
No, it's not even that. Because even when the Super League first came out, I said the Prem was tripping because it didn't make any sense. Because they said...
I think it was more fans. And see, you see...
It was, no, because...
You know why the Prem also tripped? Because it cuts into their money. They realized that with these other leagues coming in and stuff like that, these teams are going to be getting more money, and they're going to be less dependent on the Prem. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. If I'm making, like...
Bulls is cooking the books anyways, so what does it matter?
Relax. You know the reason why Perez wanted it? Because with the Super League, what happens is that the big clubs, right, get most of the more money, right? So, in that sense, if Man City's getting more money from the Super League, Chelsea's getting more money from the Super League, who gives a fuck about the Prem? That is why the Prem stepped in, because they're realizing that motherfuckers is going to take your money away.
This is what you do then. This is what you do. If they're getting more money in from the Super League and getting more money in from the Prem, then the dividend, than the Prem, right? Then the dividends that they take from the Prem, you tell them you can do the Super League, but the money you're going to be getting from us is going to be less so that it can...
Because what they're saying... the most funds for the Prem.
I'm saying what fans were saying was the money that the Prem creates is what's able to keep the rest of the lower leagues flowing, and it trickles down, right? Mm-hmm. If, let's say Chelsea, all the teams that were in the Super League, right, were getting 500 M's more from the Super League than they were getting from the Prem, then the money they generate from the Prem needs to come down.
But that's the only way going to understand that, because then you're then what's the whole point of the Super League? The Super League is to make more money, not to make less.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're not going to be making. You're still going to be making more.
No,
because no. Because what do you mean? Nick, what? If you're making 500 more M's from one competition and you was only making 100 from the Prem, right? And the Prem is telling you instead of that 100 that we normally give you for finishing in Champions League spots, we're going to be giving you like 60 now.
I'm not taking that. Because at the end of the day, think about it. Why would I want Burnley to earn more when I am putting more? The product. I am the product. You know what I'm saying? The product is always going to... If the Prem decides to do that, okay, what happens? Okay, now I don't want to play in the Prem. Or it leads to so many things. Everybody got to protect their money.
Then it gets back to what the Super League was going to be in the first place. You're not going to be allowed to play in the Prem.
And that's
because
exactly
why did clubs didn't back out because of them not being able to play in the Prem? Clubs backed out because they're fans. Exactly, right? So if the Prem comes on and says, "Yo, listen, if you're not going to take that 60 M's we're giving you, you're not going to be playing in the Prem anymore." What are the fans gonna be
not
say?
Want the Super League.
Exactly, and then the Super League, then they have one of two options. Either you take my 60 M's or you withdraw from the Super League and we go back to normal.
Exactly, but see the thing is now these clubs in the Prem don't want to. You see, the thing is, the end all be all is that Florentino Perez, right, is greedy. That's the end all be all. They don't make much money in the La Liga, right? So he wants a Super League so that he could get more money to build his Madrid teams, right? Agree?
Yeah.
And the Prem teams make more because of TV rights. You get that? Mm-hmm. So the Prem teams are okay without a Super League. The Super League is more important for teams like Juve, for teams like Barca, for teams like Real Madrid. So that is the biggest thing. Teams like the Prem teams can pull out, but it's hard for these teams to pull out because they know they need that money.
Honestly, I feel like the only reason why the Prem teams can pull out is because they're owned by actual people. Because Barcelona and Real aren't owned by...
That's also another thing with La Liga.
Because if... The reason why City was able to pull out first is because...
We pulled out first. Relax.
Okay, sure. The reason why City was able to pull out second...
you followed our coattails.
Sure, whatever. The reason why City was able to pull out second is because we don't need that money.
Exactly.
Like whenever you guys bring up oil money, what do I always say? Oil, as long as there's oil, there's going to be oil money. As long as there's oil money, there's going to be our Sheikh Mansour. Right. As long as there's Sheikh Mansour, there's always going to be a big Man City, right? So you don't need the money from the Super League because we're owned by somebody.
So, last question before we move on. Do you think like the Super League qualifications and the format that they're presenting, you think they're going to be able to stick to the proposed changes if it's allowed to take place?
I don't even know what the changes are.
Did you listen? I said 80-member teams, a multi-divisional format, all of that.
To be completely honest with you, I didn't even know the Super League was coming back. I had seen it, but I hadn't read into it.
It's coming back.
Because in my head, I was like, we got rid of it. I thought we left this in 2021. Like, why are we still revisiting it?
Last thing before we go.
80 teams is too much, though. That's my only thing.
That is too much. I rather keep it at like 30 teams, bro. Not even that. That's even too much. Give me 20, bro. Let's do it. Florentino Perez, call me. I'll call Todd Bowley and we'll figure it out. We're gonna do the Gameweek 23, which is what we're in now. The preview. We're gonna start because you're a City fan with City Villa.
I think we're gonna lose.
You think you're gonna lose this Villa?
Yeah, I think
Score.
We're gonna lose. 3-0.
You think City's gonna lose to Villa 3-0?
Yes.
Are you being serious, or are you're being?
Bro, I'm so dead ass.
I think Man City wins 3-1.
We are so bad right now. It's like we're like Chelsea.
We're not bad. I'm sorry. Get it right. We're on a come up. We're ninth now. Put some respect on our name. We were 10th.
We're playing so bad right now. It's disgusting to watch.
So you think you're gonna lose?
Yes.
Okay.
3-1 may be a bit of an over-exaggeration.
You said 3-0, buddy.
My fault.
You're not gonna score a goal.
3-0 might be that. We haven't really scored.
Actually,
bro, if we couldn't score against Tottenham, come on.
I'm gonna change my score to 2-1. I see it that way. Leeds United versus Manchester United. They played earlier in the week. It ended 2-2. How do you see it? It ended 2-2. United came back. What do you think happens this weekend?
I think United beats them.
Score.
3-0 Rashford hat-trick.
That's
Captain
crazy.
in your
FPL? Nah. I think this game ends 1-2. Leeds has this kid named Nanto. Really good. You should check him out. Have him on FPL. Cooked last week. Southampton Wolves. Give it a score. Southampton is going to relegation.
Jesus, it's going to be 0-0, 1-1. 1-1, because I don't think any game really finishes 0-0 in the Prem anymore.
It does, though. Recently, we've had that. But that's true. Wolves have a good keeper. Jose Sa. Used to have him on FPL. Took him out. I think Wolves wins 1-2. Fulham Forest. Forest have looked really good today. Since coming back from the break, Fulham has Mitro. I think he's playing
3-2.
Who wins?
Fulham.
Really?
Yeah, I like Mitrovic.
He stinks lately, though.
I like Mitrovic.
I'm gonna go with the opposite score. Forest beats Fulham 3-2. Crystal Palace, Brighton.
Crystal
Mitoma.
Palace.
Yo, let me speak on Matoma first, bro. That guy is so class, bro.
Let's not overhype another player.
He's so class,
Let's
bro.
not overhype.
I can see him at City.
Let's not overhype.
Would you not take him at City? He's better than Grealish right now on form.
Oh my god.
Is he not?
Bro, I'm not. Let's not overhype another player, please. Because I don't want us to go out there this summer and spending. Yo, this summer, City need a splash for me to be happy.
Yeah, but let's get back to the score. What do you think? Crystal Palace, Brighton.
2-1 or 3-1 Brighton.
Really?
Yeah.
Palace is good. They have Elise. That's my boy. I like him. Eze.
Every game I've watched Palace play, they look mundane, and it almost looks like they're relying on Elise's moment of magic to do something.
I definitely agree with that. Brighton wins this 3-1. Mitoma scores 2 goals. Estupinian gives an assist. Sully March scores the other goal.
We're getting really
Book it.
bold here, aren't we?
Bournemouth, Newcastle.
Jeez.
The unbreakable Newcastle.
3-0 Newcastle.
Yeah, that's what I went with too. 3-0 Newcastle. Bournemouth. Actually, nah, bro. 2-1.
Bournemouth's not scoring.
Yeah, they are. Bournemouth has been really good lately. Watch them and see. Leicester, Tottenham. Tottenham, that beats y'all.
Jeez.
Tottenham, that always beats y'all at home. I'm just saying.
That's supposed to hurt me or something?
Yeah, it stinks a little bit. Losing to Tottenham, being Tottenham is not for everybody.
Yeah, and being lower on the table than Tottenham's also not for everybody.
Hey, that's fine. I want to come up. Winning the Champions League is not for everybody. We could do that too.
1-0.
Who?
Tottenham.
Really?
Who are they playing?
Leicester.
Yeah, 1-0. Leicester's been so bad this season.
Have you watched them lately, though?
Bro, it's always lately. Like,
Because
come on,
that's what
bro.
matters.
You always say, have you... When did you watch Leicester, bro?
Last week.
Last week, what day?
Saturday. I think they played on Saturday or Sunday. I watched the game because I have their players in my FPL. Who did they play last Saturday? Give me a second. They won last Saturday, too. You do know that, right?
Who did they play? Who they play? You had them in your FPL, you said? You had them in your FPL?
They played Villa, and they beat Villa by 3-1.
What was the score?
4-2.
Okay. So you said you had them. You had which Leicester players? So I'm looking at your FPL right now. There's not a single Leicester player here.
Took it out.
Looking at them right now. You had Mitoma. You had Rashford, Bruno, Saka, Shaw, Estupinian, Trippier. Not a single Leicester player in here.
Check bench.
Not a single Leicester player in here.
Check bench.
Not a single one.
Check
Don't
bench.
hit me with no lately. Leicester have been poor this
They
season.
beat Villa, and Villa's been good 4-2. Okay, we'll see. We'll see who lied. As Fabrizio Romano says all the time.
I didn't say Leicester was gonna win though. Tottenham is going to beat them.
Tottenham, it's a draw, 2-2. What?
Leicester's not scoring 2 goals against Tottenham.
They just scored 4-2 against Villa. The same Villa that you just told me we're good.
I didn't say that Villa was good.
What team were you talking about? We were talking about Villa recently.
Yeah, we're playing Villa this week. I said we're gonna lose to Villa. Not because Villa's good, but because we're poor.
Oh, but okay. But Leicester that beat Villa.
No. Listen. The one thing you have to realize about me, and when it comes to City and Barcelona,
you're doing a reverse psychology.
It's not reverse. It's not reverse psychology. When teams beat us, at least when teams beat Man City, I don't think it's the cause of the team playing good.
So when Chelsea beat you 3 times, it wasn't because Chelsea.
It's
was
normally because we played poorly.
When Chelsea beat you 3 times, it was because
you're bringing up 2019, 2018.
That was 2021.
Move on.
Hey yo, you want to cook it?
Move on. Like
Arsenal, Brentford.
Arsenal's winning that game 2-1. And it could get even worse. Could be even uglier.
I don't see that.
It might
game,
even be 2-0 to be. Actually, yeah. Let me change that to 2-0.
Who? Arsenal wins 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
Okay.
I don't think Brentford scores a goal.
I don't believe that. That match ends 2-1. Actually, I might go with 2-2. Arsenal gets a draw. They're not winning. Brentford is a good side. Just watch.
Take your Chelsea glasses off. Take your Chelsea glasses off.
How?
Take your Chelsea glasses off.
How? Who's the one that said Arsenal's going to win the league?
Take your Chelsea glasses
Who's the one that said Arsenal's going to win the league? How's this a Chelsea glasses? They're going to draw this weekend 2-2.
I think they're going to bounce back.
Okay, we'll
I
see.
say, I called it.
You called what?
I said Everton would beat them.
No, you didn't.
I said Everton would beat
No,
them.
you didn't.
I said,
No, you didn't.
I wouldn't be surprised if the terrorist football makes a win, if they makes a splash, because the new manager, you said, you said, and I quote, that spark is not going to be there.
Yes, I did say that.
And where was the spark? It was there.
1-0.
What did you want them to do? It's Sean Dice, bro. Has he ever won a game by more than 2 goals?
1-0. Come on.
I told you. I said, don't be surprised if they score first and they just sit back and absorb pressure.
They didn't score.
And they
scored in like the 70th minute. The game was almost over. And they scored because your boy came on, Jorginho. But we're not gonna talk about that.
Don't blame it on Jorginho.
He's not blaming it on. It was his fault. He wasn't marking his man.
Oh my.
But it's alright.
Why don't you blame it on Arteta for making that substitution?
I mean, Partey needs a rest at some point.
No. But
So
why